righty then. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to high atop Fillmore Hill, the gym at Coronado High School, for volleyball action tonight. A good matchup at the 4A level. It is the Air Academy Cadets coming in to take on the Coronado Cougars. Barry Reed, Walter Johnson here at the Coronado gym. And partner, the safest place in town tonight might be where we are in the Coronado gym. There is a flash flood warning in the area until 8:30 this evening. Still in effect. It is raining extremely heavily. You ran into weather coming in. We came up to Coronado a couple hours ago, and it was starting to come down even then. So if you are home watching our broadcast, catching our broadcast on the net, thank you so much for the tune-in, number 1 and 2. Please stay at home and away from the weather tonight. We have got really historic storms and flooding. I've been here over 50 years, and between the fires and the storms, this is more than I have ever seen. So remember, flash flood warning in the area until 8:30. So please be mindful of that. And tonight, nothing better than sitting back, settling in. I think, partner, we've got one that's going to go 5 games. Both of these teams come in at 5-1 tonight, and they are their goals are set at a deep run in the state tournament. And now we will.
Both teams are equipped to make that deep run into the playoffs. Tell you how good a game this is, Barry. These are 2 teams at a state level qualifier, and I would be terribly surprised if we didn't get at least 4 games out of this tonight. 5, as you said earlier. But it is going to be a heavyweight battle tonight. These cadets, as you see on your screen right now, folks, they're very good. And Coronado's not bad either.
And it's time now for the national anthem. Let's see if we can pick up Assistant Principal Darren Smith of Coronado for tonight's starting lineups.
Number 4, Jordan England. Number 5, Ashley Johnson. Number 6, Ashley Nelson. Number 7, Abby Jones. Number 8, Claire Pizarro. Number 9, Susan Tilo. Number 10, Jesse Branson. Number 11, Bryce Schwartz. Number 12, Aaron Petty. Brown. Number 12, Michaela Martinez. Number 13, Annie McMillan. Number 14, Whitney Hazard. And number 15, Paige Parker. Fairhaven is coached by Shelley Small. Coronado is coached by Don Lash, who is celebrating a birthday today. Let's give him a round of applause.
Coach Lash's birthday, Derek.
And hence the balloons.
I think the assistant principal misspoke. He said 45. I believe he's 21.
So we have this battle ready to go. As you see the Cadets in the blue and white, Coronado in the red and white. And partner, we expect a good one. The head coach for Air Academy in her first year is Shelley Small. And now let's take a look at the best team on the field.
Best team on the court tonight, partner. Jeff Ingram will be in the chair. He'll be up top. And Jim Bushnell will ably assist him. Two quality officials there, Barry, and they need that for this heavyweight matchup. This is going to be fun to watch tonight. The weather outside is frightful, but it's going to be delightful in the gym tonight, I believe. It's going to be a great one.
Well, I harken back just a couple of years ago when Taylor Simpson was leading the Doherty Spartans and they took on Chaparral and it went 5.
Oh, yeah.
In a matchup that would be repeated in the state semifinals, I believe it was, with Chaparral going on to win state that year, beating Doherty. But here you've got a coach in Don Lash, the birthday gentleman, shall we say.
There you go.
From 85 to 2001, he's at Lewis Palmer. The program is almost untouchable over there. And talking with Dave Howard earlier tonight, Joan Powell was here at Coronado. In 83, they got the state title in 3A. In 88, they got the 4A. In 92, they had the 5A. So, you know, during the Hall of Fame coach Joan Powell's tenure, late 80s to early 90s here at Coronado, that was the last time that they saw a run like this. The drought ran from about 2002 to 2010. But now with Don Lash back on board, Coronado is back where they're used to being with their program. And, of course, the volleyball team last year, 3rd place behind Cheyenne Mountain, the 4-time defending champion.
Shame there.
And Lewis Palmer with Alexia Smith, who is just a phenomenal talent herself in the lineup at Lewis Palmer. And then Coronado at 3rd. Coronado wants to make that jump. They've got to live up to the wrestling team from 2 years ago and last year's cross-country team who won state titles. And the miss hit right off the bat for Coronado. But then getting it back, having enough space to get it back, was Alexia Mori. Now the Cadets on the attack, and they'll put it cross-court and down.
Well, Coach Lash was talking to us before the game, Barry, and normally you get your coach speak. I thought he was rather sincere tonight, when not because he thinks his team is not good, but he has a lot of respect for this Cadet team, and I think he's has very good reason to have as much respect as he does.
Quick set and the kill for Alexia Mori, the junior. Just 25 kills in 54 attempts. So 1 apiece as Coronado ties it up. And Mori quickly at the net. She'll take those all night long. And Coronado with 2 straight grabs its first lead here. We'll play best of 5 if it needs to go that far. Cross court, the big hit for Air Academy, Jordan Pingle. Returned by the Cougars off the backboard.
Which is still in play.
Great dig, great battle at the net. And that is going to be Morley into the net. So that will be a point for the Cadets, and we are tied.
That's one coaches will live with any day, Barry, because that was a hustle play. Coach will live with that.
Stepping back now to serve for Air Academy is Gabby Jones, the senior. Battle at the net. Falls on the Coronado side. So the team's changing leads. Jones, 2 aces and a 92% serve ratio on the season. Killed by the Cougars. They tie it up at 3.
Madison Brown did a nice job of powering that one back across the net.
Madison Brown playing on an injured ankle. She missed the Elizabeth match, a match which the Cougars lost.
Only loss of the year.
And this went in just to the left side of Ali Garcia. And the Cadets retake the lead, 4-3.
Cadets coming in here, Barry, with on a 5-game winning streak. Cougars want to snap that.
Shirley Small there, the coach for Air Academy. Played at Baylor, originally from Texas, LD Bell High School in Hurst, Texas. Substitution as Coronado puts it out on the far sideline.
They play a little volleyball down in Texas, too. They think it's just a football state. They play a little volleyball down there, too.
This is actually her second stint at Air Academy. She was a music teacher, and this one finds the back corner. Indecision in that back right corner for the Cadets, and Coronado re-grabs the lead.
So sometimes you got to make a decision whether you want to let that ball go because it look like it's going long, Barry. And it'll take a dip on you, and that's what that last point for Coronado did.
Ashley Pagan, the sophomore, in that corner, and a big hit in the middle. They set it up for Malia Miller, the sophomore middle blocker. 19 kills coming in, hitting percentage of 26. She puts one down there, and we're knotted at 5. Don't go anywhere, folks. It could be go back and forth like this all night long.
That's what I'm anticipating.
2 quality programs going at it. And the hit tipped at the line, blocked up and high by Malia Miller once again. Malia Miller, originally from Virginia. And of course, talking with Shelley Small, the coach of the Cadets. Some military. No players with deployed parents right now, as that one is misplayed by the Cougars. But a lot of travel out of her players.
Oh, yeah. Well, anytime you're in that military environment, we'll get into that in between the quarters here. We'll talk a little bit more about that.
Garcia with a nice dig. Now the Cadets work the offense back to this side. Into the corner, and a well-placed shot there. That is Lauren Petty, the sophomore. 55 kills coming in.
Nice shot.
So now the Cadets on a 4-point run, open it up by 3.
And that's going to be a Cougar point there.
So 8-6. I was watching the hand movements there, partner, and a little confusing with the pointing. But it is a Cougar point. Stepping back to serve for the Cougars is Chapel Carter. She and her family moved into the Coronado area from the Nashville, Tennessee area. Got a chance to talk to Mom as the battle is won by Bryce Schwartz, another sophomore on this Air Academy team. And at any time, Shelley Small, the head coach, is going to have 3 sophomores on the floor for the Cadets.
Both these teams have an embarrassment of young quality players. Future looks bright for both these squads.
9-6 Air Academy. Cross court and tied up. Came in high and hot on Lauren Petty, and nothing Petty could do.
Except defend herself. That's about all she could do on that.
Now Madison Brown back in, testing that ankle. Ali Garcia will get a break.
Oh!
And an ace. Little miscommunication there. And Ashley Pagan, the sophomore, mishandling it on the back line. Coronado cuts it within 1, 8 serving 9. And the set across, partial block, nice dig out. And that one just a little bit too close for Madison Brown at the net, so the Cougars will turn it back over.
And even if she had made a play on the ball, Barry, I think the Cadettes had 2 defenders there, and they would have defensed that one, so not a big deal on that.
Don Lash, the beneficiary of the quality work coaching at Holmes Middle School, and this blast by Coca. And the return and a nice dig. Set it across to Brown, but that one gets intercepted by Julie Ward. Brown with the dig, set back to the side for Brown. Front of the net, quick center set, blocked by Coca. But it will fall. Brittany Lisser and Paige Coca there for the block. But a good, powerful hit in the middle by the Cadettes.
It's going to be a pretty good game at the net tonight, Barry. Both these teams got some athletes that can get up in the air and make some plays around the net.
Madison Brown fields it on the dig and comes back with the blast, dug out nicely. Staying with it was Bryce Schwartz. And this is going to be out. Good eyes, good decision by Kyra Smith. Looking at Coach Lash. Out on the baseline. So Coronado serving 9-11. And the back set, quick set blocked out of bounds, but it will be point to the Cadettes. Alexia Mori back in, the junior, 6'1". On the front line, stepping back for Air Academy is Bryce Schwartz. Schwartz with 12 aces on her 118 serves so far this year. And the cross-court blast will fall.
I'd have to look at the side official for that one, partner, because that came steaming across, and I didn't see it with the naked eye whether we got in or not, but it sure did.
Coronado working to Madison Brown. That one's going to be a little bit long. Air Academy now 3 straight. They've put a couple mini runs together. They got 4 points and then 2 points and now 3 points.
And Don Lash wants to talk about it. I think they gave that last point to
the
the
Cougars.
Cougars.
Gave the last point to the Cougars.
Yeah.
It looked like it was in, but the last point to the Cougars.
Well, they said it was deflected. It was tipped out, so they gave that point to the Cougars.
Okay, I didn't see the sign for the deflection.
Well,
there you see some of the Cougar faithful on the far side. And as we pan across, this is a chance to let you know that we have a Coronado student crew as you look in the huddle of Air Academy. Jada Peacock, Elizabeth Lee, Cassidy Bickford, Crimson Bennett is directing tonight. And hopefully I get this right, Mira Alnamar from Coronado. They will be working the replays, working the cameras up behind us. And as I said, Crimson is directing. So students getting their education and working on a live broadcast of high school volleyball. Barry Reed, Walter Johnson, putting the words in your ears. Thank you so much for the tune in. And again, if you just joined us, there is a flash flood warning in the Colorado Springs area, and especially here on the west side until 8:30. We've had some pretty nasty flooding today. Little dink shot dug out. Now they'll set back, and we are going to have a double tap called on the Cadettes. So 11 serving 13. Stepping back is Annie McMillan, one of those Holmes Hawks kids from a couple years ago. Now the middle set, great deflection. Air Academy sending Ashley Nelson to the right and then bringing the middle hitter up. and catching Coronado off guard. So now 14-11. Cross set and a dink shot. Now a middle set blocked in the middle, and it will fall to the Cadets. Malia Miller with another kill.
One of those games, Barry, where I think both teams are used to controlling the net, and they're finding out tonight that the net's going to be challenged.
And this one is going to be long and point to Air Academy. Don Lash is up in front of the Coronado bench, pacing back and forth, not looking for the timeout as his Cougars are down by 5.
Sometimes you can coach your way out of this. He's going to try that first.
And the point off of the Gabby Jones serve. Mistiming that one just a little bit for Coronado was Alexia Mori, the junior. Jones served the last 4-point run by Air Academy. This one is at 4 as well. Difference in the match, just 6. They come cross court, and this one is blocked rudely back into the face. Making the move on the kill, taking the set, was Jordan Pingle, the junior outside hitter. And Pingle has verbally committed to the University of Central Florida.
Oh, good job.
So the young lady can play and will play at the next level, but Coronado stems that tide once again. Back to serve was Julie Ward. Ward diving on the ground, cannot get there. Actually, it was Ali Garcia hitting the ground.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So 18-12 here in favor of the Cadets. Game 1. Stepping back is Pingle for the serve. Across and a big blast, undefensible. And that is Kyra Smith, the 5'8" sophomore outside hitter.
You use the exact right word, partner. It's just no defense for a shot like that that's coming in with such steam, but it came in at a level where you really couldn't make a play on it. That was an excellent job of returning that.
We have seen both of these teams execute plays tonight that undefensible seems to be the only word for it. Another quick set. And the quick set offense for Air Academy. Malia Miller once again upping her kill ratio. Air Academy just the other night had a long match with Rampart, and this one is wide, an unforced service error. So it will turn back over to Coronado. Chapel Carter serving for the Cougars, and it will be wide. 20 serving 14 as Malia Miller steps back for the serve. Miller with 5 aces out of her 65 serves. Now a back set. This one pinballs around and will find the floor. Brittany Lazar, the senior, 5'8", with another kill. Now Brown checks back in. Garcia will check out in the substitution. Putting a little more offense on the floor is Don Lash. Kyra Smith with the serve. Cougars trailing by 5, and this is Madison Brown just a little bit short of the net. Puts it on the near side.
Barry, you know, they told us her ankle was okay before the game, but I'm not so sure about that. You didn't see the kind of lift that you would normally expect to see. I think it's okay enough to play, but I'm not sure if it's okay enough to give her that normal lift that she would get.
They set Coca in the middle, and this one's off the rafters and beneficial. Give Coca the kill. Coronado hanging tough, trailing by 5 here. We played a 25 at 16 serving 21. And Julie Ward with the serve. Backcourt attack handled easily. And a quick set. They tried to get Maury, but a little mistime. This one tipped by the Cougars in favor of the Cadets.
Well, good eyes on the officials, partner, because I didn't see the tip. Of course, officials always have good eyes, so we all know that.
Both of the officials simultaneously, there was no hesitation. Madison Brown will send that one long, and Coronado on the brink. Substitution now. Andy McMillan checks back in. Quick set, blocked at the net, nicely handled there by Pingle. And then the second opportunity kill for the Cougars.
Excellent setup on that partner. And the Cougars own the net play on that one.
McMillan with the serve. Set Madison Brown, and Brandison Brown with the, and into the net on the, now which are they calling over or into the net?
Into the net on Air Academy. Excuse me, on Coronado. Air Academy point.
Okay, point Air Academy. So game point here in game one, 24 serving 17. Diving for it was Julie Ward.
And that'll do it.
Nobody on the front line able to pick her up. So Air Academy takes the game one victory by the score of 25-17.
Well, neither one of these teams likes to hang around too long during their games. Coronado's 5-1 on the year, and they played only one 3-set match. Air Academy, on the other hand, has played one 4-game set, if I'm correct, and I think 1-5.
And the one loss for Air Academy again was against 5A Arapahoe, who was 7-0.
Yeah.
In matches, and they haven't lost a game in any of the matches. They are 20-0 in their games. So you can see the strength of this Air Academy team. It will be a great test for both of these teams.
Yes.
To a great early season measuring stick before the conference battles begin. And of course, both are chasing Cheyenne Mountain, the Indians, the 5-time 4A champions in volleyball, as we get ready for game two. A chance to remind you that if you'd like to own a copy of this or any of the exciting action we bring you here on the District 11 channel, 3 ways to get it: by phone at 520-2269, by email at channel16@d11.org, or you can order online. Go to d11.org. On the bottom quick links section, click on D11 on TV, channel 16, and in the upper left-hand side, you will see the order form, which we have gotten most of the bugs out of, so we have published it and ready for orders. Just $3 for a DVD. Holidays are months away, so a great chance to get some action ordered and send DVDs as presents. And there you see the Air Academy huddle and sideline.
Grandparents would always enjoy watching their grandkids playing sports. And one of the things that I kind of wish was around when we played back in the day, more so me than you, partner. I played back in the Stone Ages, but if they had this stuff around when we were here, I would love to have seen what we looked like back then. The thing I would be curious about, what we look as good as we thought we were. That's the thing I'd be curious about.
Oh, I've seen pictures, and there's no doubt. Man. You remember Slip Rock from the Flintstones?
Oh, yeah.
Right here. Air Academy takes game one, 25-17, and there you see Don Lash. And now the Cadets back on the floor, ready to get going. We have switched ends of the floor here at the Coronado gym. Again, a reminder, flash flood warning in effect until 8:30. And it looks like we are about 37 minutes from having that cleared up.
And folks, I kid you not, it was pouring rain as I was making my way up from the south. on I-25 and anything going toward the eastern part of the city, I think was going to get hit pretty hard too. So please be careful.
And a reminder, if you've got an automated sprinkler system, shut it off for the next couple days. I don't think you're going to need it, depending on what your watering level with the city is, as we get back underway in the first blast. And confusion from the tower now. Coronado, as Jordan Pingle leaves it a little bit wide, so Coronado opens the scoring here in game number 2.
You know, I've always felt, Barry, there's a point for the Cadets.
Coming over and making the kill is Ashley Nelson, the senior.
As an official, the toughest thing to do is when they switch sides, because you're so used to calling one side during that first game. Now you got to turn your signals around the other side, and that's what happened on that first point.
Back set for Madison Brown. Now they'll set across for Pingle, and she leaves it a little bit long. Coronado up 2-1. Madison Brown out, in, and taking over at the serve is Allie Garcia, the sophomore. Just 5 foot, but 10 aces with a 91.4 serving percentage.
Pretty darn good player, Barry. Only a sophomore.
She and Madison Brown, part of that Jenkins team that we saw again in the middle school classic. Ball is out of bounds. We are knotted at 2. We were tied all the way through 4 as teams traded points in game 1. And then the Cadets went on a little 4-point run, and this is going to be a carry on the Cougars. And the Cougars never quite mustered enough to crawl back into it. And the Cadets hit another 4-point run, stretched the lead out, and to the inevitable victory by 8. And a blast coming in at the net, but a little too long. Set up beautifully for Jordan Pingle, the junior. But she hits it a little bit too strong, and you can see the power in that arm, partner.
I'm trying to tell you, that thing went whistling. And the Coronado coaches thought they didn't get the point on that, but they did.
Alex Cohen with the serve, and there is an ace for the senior. Give her 5 aces.
Mistimed by the Cadet defender.
Back set, dug out nicely by the Cougars. Coming over a little dink. Coca is able to dig it out with one hand. Now the quick set in the middle, and a good hit executed by Ashley Pagan, the sophomore. Pagan, 74 kills coming in, a kill percentage of 39. And there's one of the young ladies we talked about as Pingle is getting ready to serve. She's lived in Louisiana, California, and Colorado. Part of the military tradition. Garcia takes one off the face, but Coke is able to drive it over finally. Now they'll set Coca quick in the middle, and she puts one down. It absolutely ties up Bryce Schwartz, the sophomore for the Cadets.
That wasn't even self-defense, partner, because she didn't have time to react. That ball was coming in so quick. You're seeing why both these teams are quality teams, Barry. Both are able to make plays at any position on the floor. They both can play the net very well, net game very well. As you see, a point there for Air Academy.
Coca with the block attempt, but Malia Miller gets it to fall down.
It's no coincidence that these two teams are 5-1, and regardless of who wins tonight, they're definitely going to be in the picture for the state tournament.
Trading points back and forth. Shelly Small cringing a little bit as that last one was out, but her team dug it out.
Oh, look out.
Good hustle, good save, and now brought over by Pingle. Center set for Coca. Coca with another behind the back. Coming up to the net and finding the open spot were the Cadets.
Oh, that was just a nice volley there, partner. There were a number of great shots in that volley.
Paige Coca, the little sister of Demi Coca, who was here for a couple of years.
The Cadets don't realize,
last run.
The Cadets don't realize they got the point. they're playing defense. They don't realize they scored.
6-5 in favor of Air Academy. To the net for Coca. Coca powers it through the block. Now we are tied at 6. We've played 54 points, and 20% of those have resulted in a tie score. Madison Brown on this near side powers one that gets dug out nicely by Gabby Jones. And then the hit for Air Academy a little bit
that's tipped.
Too long, but it was tipped by the Cougars, they say. So Academy serving 7-6. Substitution now. Jones comes out. Back to serve is Miller. Back to the line. Far set for Madison Brown through the block.
Excellent shot.
Schwartz and Nelson were there for the Cadets.
Excellent shot. Just sometimes you sit there and you just admire these athletes, Barry, what they can do. Excellent job on that shot.
Julie Ward with the serve now for the Cougars. Through the block, dug out by Ward on the backside, set for Brown. And a little mistimed. It'll be point to the Cadets.
I don't think she's getting that good lift, Barry. I could be making more of this ankle than I should, but this looks to me like she's a little bit, just don't have that explosiveness.
Claire Cusaro with the serve for Air Academy, playing with the brace. She tore her ACL last year, and it cost her the season. And she's able to get it to Jordan Pingle, the junior, with another kill tonight. And now the Cadets up by 2. Breaks the back and forth, but you can see the knee brace there on Cusara. She injured it playing front row. So Coach Small is keeping her on the back line, letting her ease back mentally and physically. But Coach Small very impressed, because you'll hear the clank on the floor tonight from that brace. She has no second thoughts about going down and getting after a ball on the backcourt.
He's an athlete, Barry.
Decision by Coronado. The quick set over by Annie McMillan, and it turns it over to the Cougars. They stem the 3-point run. And they'll serve 8-10. McMillan doing the duties. Back set and through the block. Well hit by Ashley Nelson, the senior. Right through the block of Alexa Mori. Quick set turns into a dink on the miss time. And Julie Ward, you could see the expression of wow. Well, she wasn't expecting that one to get on top of her, and I think she slipped a little bit, and it ends up right on top of her. Little miscommunication, I think, on that play by the Cougars. Far set and the dink. Good decision by Lassar.
Sometimes the finesse game, Barry, is a lot better than the power game, and I think that's what you saw on that last play. And even on the play before that, where she was surprised because she didn't give it the power that she probably could have.
9 serving, 12 center set, and a big hit there by Pagan, controlled by Coronado. Now set to the far side for Pingle, and she'll leave it outside, point to the Cougars. And they pull back within 2 here. So many weapons on both of these teams, and you can see them running the Deke players up there to draw the attention away. Bingo on the far edge. In position for Coronado is Kyra Smith. Smith through the block.
Oh, nice
and
shot.
Pushed in the corner. Julie Ward came up to provide help, and it was pushed just over her head into her back line, back corner spot.
And she had an option there, partner. If they played back, then she would have dinked it, but they came up. She saw them come up, and then she just put the ball in the spot where they couldn't get it.
Gabby Jones back in the game with the set, and into the net on the follow-through is Malia Miller. Coronado will take over, serving 11-13. Game 2. We'll play the best of 5 if necessary.
Their Academy up 1-0.
Going on to serve for Coronado. And just trying to lob it over was Ashley Pagan. And the sophomore hit a little bit too strong. So Coronado back within 1, and head coach Shelley Small of the Cadettes wants a timeout to talk to her group. First timeout of the night by either of these squads.
Former
And it
Baylor
will be
Bear.
to the Air Academy side. There you see some of the Coronado crazies who are still here after school supporting their volleyball team.
Pretty good crowd for a night that's not exactly ideal for driving, Barry. Nice crowd in the gym.
Well, we've got little west side flooding going on. Halbert Elementary School actually had a little bit of an early release today as the storms were supposed to intensify, and the district made the decision for student safety that we wanted to get those students out of there.
The football game that was supposedly played at Cheyenne Mountain tonight, Barry, was canceled because the field is underwater. To give you an idea of some of the intensity of the rain that's been falling.
And for the folks over in Manitou and here on the west side, all the way up and down the Front Range, our thoughts and prayers are with you in this time. And a double hit on Coronado, point to the Cadettes. Makes it 14-12 as the Cougars had pulled back within 1. One of our co-workers with District 11 went home to handle some basement flooding earlier on the west side.
I can relate to that, partner.
And this one off the hands. Came in a little high on Smith.
And I think she was in between Wharton and making a decision whether to play it or to let it go, partner. And you could tell by the way her hands were kind of frozen there that she was in between.
15-12 in the dink. That is going to be a carry called on Air Academy. Malia Miller caught a little bit off guard. And with the carry. So Coronado back within 2. And the talk of the west side right now might happen to be not this Coronado volleyball team, but their 3-0 football team.
Oh, yeah. How good is that, Barry, that Coronado is coming back from a couple of years of disappointing football to, is it in?
Back set, and it was called in by the corner judge. Looked a little out to me, but the corner judge standing right there. 16-30 in favor of the Cadettes here in game 2. Cougars run the set across, dug out after the block attempt. Now the back set. And the dink play coming up.
What a
Kyra Smith, after both these teams set their big hitters, Kyra Smith with the dink.
And she just let the Cadet defenders get themselves out of position and then just dinked it right over top of them. That was a good shot there.
Smith, just a sophomore, went to Holmes Middle School. Now a back set, and great job of digging that one out. But up into the net, unable to be handled. Point to the Cadettes.
They play a little
Cadettes
volleyball.
have got this 3-point lead that they got after we were tied at 7. They ran it to 10-7, and they have maintained that 3-point lead since. Set to Brown. And the block there for Air Academy. Bryce Schwartz teaming up with Ashley Nelson on this near side.
That time you just give the Cadet defense credit, Barry. They played that one very well.
Not to make excuses, Madison Brown is going on a bit of a bum ankle. She goes up for the block attempt. Dug out as it crosses the net. Ward now the back set. And this one's going to be off the net, batted around, and it's going to fall for Annie McMillan, the 5'7" junior. Ward will step back to the left side of the service area.
Oh, my.
That ball is going to ricochet off of the wrist of Lauren Petty.
Actually ricocheted off 2 Cougars, Barry.
Petty with a big blast. Now substitution comes in. Claire Kuzara comes back in. Air Academy up now 19-15.
Nice dig.
Back set punched across by McMillan. And a little bit too long off the hand of Jordan Bingle. So Coronado sticking around, needs to pick up these 3 points. They will send Annie McMillan to the right side of the service area. Try to claw their way back up into this one. They got within a point a minute ago, and they're going to quick set. Well executed quick set. Alexa Morey, the 6'1" junior, making her presence felt.
Boy, he's doing a good job around the net, Barry.
Coronado needs a bunch more of that. And the back set blast, well executed by McMillan. Now check that, not McMillan, I believe that was Lassar with the point. So Cougars back within 1 as they run off 3 on their own, and that is going to be another timeout for Air Academy. 60-second timeout here in game number 2. Cougars fighting back now, trail by just 1. Partner, we are expecting to be joined by the principal here at Coronado, Marshall Landwehr, between game 2 and game 3. If Dave Howard has set that interview up, and hopefully he will interview his boss over, or bring his boss over here so we can talk to her about things going on at Coronado.
A lot of good things happening up here on the hill, Barry, as always. Dave Howard taking good care of us, as he always does when we come up here.
Cross-country teams, the boys winning the state title last year at the 4A level. The girls coming in as the runners-up, not to the boys, but to a girls team, of course.
Right.
And we had Matt Brickle, the wrestling coach and retired soccer coach, join us on our soccer broadcast. Had a great time tapping the expertise. Great battle at the net, and it comes in a little bit too tight.
Oh, boy.
Alexa Morey in position after bodies were hitting the floor, but a little too close to the net for Morey.
You talk about 2 good teams just slugging it, Barry. This is a good old heavyweight fight here.
Bryce Schwartz back to serve. They'll back set Madison Brown. Back set for Lazar, and Lazar able to put it down. Cougars back within 1, 19 serving 20, trailing by 1. Don Lash with a nice low 5 for Madison Brown.
I'm laughing, Barry, because the Cougar coaching staff, they are into this game.
Garcia down to dig that one out after a big hit by Pagan. Off to the far side, they intercept the Pingle blast. And the little dink dunk up, and there she is at the net, Alexa Mori, and she has tied this game up at 20 as the Cougars claw their way back from a 3-point deficit. That is the 8th tie, and it comes at 20-20. And Garcia back to the serve. Quick set and hit by Mori, dug out nicely, now a back set. Onto the back line, and Garcia a little small to get back to the left. Ashley Pagan for Air Academy.
Yeah, that would have been a tough play for anyone to make on that one, partner, because that ball was tailing away from her.
Gabby Jones will come in and serve. Quick set once again. Back to the net and an easy one. That's my favorite shot right there. Alexa Mori makes it look easy. And she will get a breather back to the bench. Substitutions coming in. We are tied at 21.
Well, for her, it is easy. At 6'1", you're already up there, so you might as well just get your arm up and take care of your other business.
The worst part about that is your eyes get so big that if you just miss-hit it.
And that has happened.
Great dig by Garcia. Garcia again on her side after the rejection of the shot by Kyra Smith. And instantly Mori back into the game.
Yeah, that didn't take long.
Cohen's going to check out.
Well, she sat right back down, too. Got the libero in for. Interesting.
22-21 Air Academy. Game 2 in this best-of-5 match. Set Coca to the near side. In position on the Pagan shot. Set back and a little bit of a miss-hit, but it works. Kyra Smith, the 5'8" sophomore, didn't get a hold of that one, but it got enough to get over, and it caused a mistime by the Cadets.
Yeah, so sometimes you don't hit it solid, but you hit it right.
Tie number 9 at 22. Quick hit in the center and into the net are the Cougars.
Coach Small likes what she saw in that last play.
23 serving 22. Pagan back at the center service. And the dink is dug out, but point to Coronado on the carry.
Now, the one thing I think Coach Small is going to look at here, Barry, Coronado's had a lot of success tonight on the dink game, right over top of those defenders at the net. She's going to start getting somebody up there to play that area, I'll bet you.
And the block into the net, or a carry on the Cougars. Coca got tied up after making the block. It came off the net and in tight on her. Nothing Paige Coca could do. So game point to be served here by Miller. Set into the middle and the power hit there by Ashley Nelson, and the senior ends game 2. Cadets take game 2, 25-23, much tighter. But the Cadets, again, worked through the 23 or the 10 ties we had to take game 2, 25-23. And they will look to close the Cougars out here at the end of game number 3, but still life for the Cougars, but it starts with taking this game 3.
Well, the thing is, Barry, when you get these two heavyweights like we have tonight here, both games have been relatively close. Point here, point there, obviously would be in a 1-1 situation, or either 0-2 Cougars at this point. But Coach Lash was talking to us before the game. This might be what he was talking about before the game when he said, Air Academy is such a good team that even if you play your best, they still will give you a challenge, and it's still something you have to overcome. So what the Cougars are finding out right now is their best game needs to get better because Air Academy is every bit as good as they are. And once you get in that situation where you're facing a team that's every bit as good as you are, you got to get those breaks, you got to get those points, and you got to hope that things break for you as opposed to breaking it for your opponents. And right now in the first 2 games, they've been breaking for Air Academy. We were talking earlier about Air Academy, and one of the things Coach Small talked about was how she is so impressed with the way these young ladies can move into different areas because of the military environment, can move into the school. They have to come together as a team, have to learn each other's personalities, have to learn each other, what kind of athlete am I playing with, and they can do that. And to get to the point where they're as competitive as they are, and I'm looking at this Air Academy team, and I'm really impressed with what I'm seeing out here. And I'm very impressed with Coronado too, but I'm really impressed with what Air Academy has brought to the gym tonight.
There you see Don Lash in his huddle, talking to his team as they find themselves 2 games down. Again, students on camera and working in the truck, just on the students shifting around, flipping from the camera to the truck and vice versa. Tonight from Coronado, we have Jada Peacock, Elizabeth Lee, Cassidy Bickford, Crimson Bennett, and Mira Alnermar, all Coronado students, bringing you tonight's broadcast. And if you're tuned in on the World Wide Web at D11.org, thank you so much for the tune in there. Game 3 from the Coronado gym, ready to get underway. Air Academy with an 8-point win in Game 1, now settling for a hard-fought 2-point win in Game 2. Coronado making some substitutions now. See if Alexa Morley spends more time on the floor in this 3rd game, protecting the net.
I would think that would be the game plan, Barry, because obviously you're in a do-or-die situation if you're the Cougars. So your best players are probably going to play a little more than they normally would in the rotations.
Set to serve, Claire Kuzara, the senior. She is a DECA president and a member of the National Honor Society. Several of these cadet girls are members of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. And Madison Brown into the net. Cadets open Game 3 with the 1-0 lead. Coronado and Air Academy did not play last year, but they played twice in 2011. Coronado winning here at Coronado. And the blast at the net, Alexa Mori evens us up at 1 apiece. But then down at the district tournament in Pueblo West, Coronado defeated Air Academy again, but that was 2 years ago. And now the blast sent through for Air Academy by Pingle. It's been a back and forth kind of night until Air Academy has put on a couple little runs to give them some breathing room, and they've been able to finish both times.
That might be it.
And that one was, I'd like to take a look at that one. That one had the corner judge backing up.
I don't know if
And it looked like it was into these eyes, but Air Academy with the serve.
I don't think we have a replay on that one, partner. But 4-1 now is our score. Cadets got that 3-point lead you've been talking about, partner. They seem to be able to get that 3-point cushion and then play the Cougars even the rest of the way.
Bryce Schwartz with the serve, the sophomore. And a scramble by the Cadets, but point for the Cougars.
Excellent hustle.
And substitution for both sides.
Cadets part, but point Cougars.
Garcia, the sophomore, steps back for the serve. Quick front set, great job, and a little bit wide by Maury. Had that quick ball just above the net, but a great job on the block. Air Academy trying to quick set Pagan right in the middle. And this will be Gabby Jones with the serve.
Oh, nice shot by Maury.
Maury puts one down again. 3-5 Coronado. Massive substitution. Coca comes back in for Coronado, as does McMillan. Going on, she will step behind the service line. And the back set. And double hit called on the Cadets. As the ball comes right in to the bleachers to our left. Tossed out to one of the ball girls.
Birthday boy came over and got it.
Again, happy birthday to Don Lash, the head coach of the Coronado Lady Cougars. Blocked at the net by Coca. Nice. Blocked again, this on the other side. That was Kyra Smith. Coca sliding over to help. The first block was there by Lesser and Coca. We are knotted at 5 as Coronado rips off 3 of their own. Bingle will attack from the backcourt, bobbing it up. Coronado able to dig it off the floor and put it up.
Got the
Academy unable to do the same. Coronado with its first lead here in game number 3.
Let's say, that's the first lead they've had in quite a while, isn't it?
First lead since 7, let me see. They were up 6-5 in game 2. And this one contacted. Cringing a little bit over on the far side is Kyra Smith. It'll be out of bounds. We are knotted at 6. But a 4-point run put on by Coronado. That is their longest of the night. Coca is set. It's dug out by Pengel. Great hustle by Air Academy. Gabby Jones, the first one to get there, and then into and through the block.
I was going to say Air Academy's in the net, Barry.
Kyra Smith with the point. Coronado fights through and regains the lead 7-6.
Don't think Coach Small was in total agreement with that call, Barry.
Chapel Carter, the junior, comes in. And this one a little bit over, and Coca mistimes it just a little bit.
Just a tad.
And that's a case where the eyes get so big, you know you're going to get a point. Tied again at 7. Middle set to Coca.
Nice dig.
With the block and a great dig on the outside, and this one's going to fall. Way to stay with it for Air Academy.
That's want to there,
That
Barry.
was Lauren Petty, the sophomore.
That's want to there.
Another member of Cadet DECA. And a little miscommunication by the Cougars. Charging the net was Chapel Carter. And the dig was passed right to where she vacated. So now 9-7 in favor of the Cadets. And the back set and the big hit, had to watch it fall, but it will be a point. Malia Miller sliding around through the block of Coca.
Well, I just got an alert that the flash flood warning has been extended now until 11:30 local.
So if you're watching our broadcast on the District 11 channel or watching online, please stay home as the flooding danger is an unforced error on the serve. Flash flooding warning extended till 11:30 tonight.
Local time.
Eight serving 10. Cadets looking to close out the Cougars here in game 3. They'll set the near side, and it is a little bit long, a little bit too strong off of the wrist of Lauren Petty. Cougars back within 1, 9 serving 8. Or check that, 9 serving 10. And the set to this side. Madison Brown set on the other side. Great dig. Saved up, collision by the Cougars and just lobbed over by Julie Ward. Now the cross set with the block.
We'll replay this. The
official looked like he wanted to call a double hit and then changed his mind.
Yeah, he
blew the whistle on himself.
Got an inadvertent whistle there, so we're going to replay the point.
So 9 serving 10 Coronado. Doing the duty is Kyra Smith for Coronado. Dug out by Jones. The hit a little bit wide by Lauren Petty.
Good idea, but the execution, well, they gave the point. I'm sorry.
They gave her the point, and the flag was up and out position.
Yeah.
So confusion there. 11 serving 9. And McMillan hits it off her opposite number. Got Miller going to her left. Unable to get to it. So Coronado draws back within 1. Pingle is in. Or check that. Ward in with the serve. And the backcourt attack, trying to catch Coronado off guard by Gabby Jones. And the senior into the net. We are tied at 11.
11-all.
4th tie here in this game. 15th tie overall in this match. Back set and the dink game once again for Coronado. The bunch up happens and taking advantage, Alexa Mori, the junior.
Excellent placement on that. Didn't rush it, didn't try to hit it too hard. Hit it hard enough, though, to get it over and get the point for the Cougars.
Coronado, again, back into the lead, trying to stave off elimination. Madison Brown with the dig. And it'll be a little bit too strong. Substitutions now for Air Academy. Petty will take a seat, and Jessie Ransom, the senior, will come in. She will move back behind the service line. Quick set blocked and then immediately punched over by Coronado. Set for Madison Brown. And wide, trying to play it down the near side line, was Pingle.
Good net play.
Coronado up 13-12.
Good net play from both these teams tonight, partner. I'm very impressed with the way both these teams are taking control when they have the opportunity. A little bit strong on those.
So something Coronado hasn't had. It took until midway through game number 3, and that is a 2-point advantage over Air Academy. Dug out by Ward. They'll set to Brown on the far side. Dug out by Jones there. The backcourt attack a little bit too strong for Pagan.
You kind of get the feeling, Barry, that now Coronado is in great shape in this game. There's a timeout by Air Academy.
Timeout Air Academy taken here. 15 serving 12 midway through game number 3.
You kind of get the feeling that the teams, they're so evenly matched that if one team gets that 3-point, 4-point, 5-point advantage, that they'll be able to ride that out to a victory. Air Academy's been able to do it in 2 of the games. Let's see if Coronado can close the deal here in game 3.
Both teams came in 5-1 in match play. Very evenly matched, as my partner said. And we have seen a titanic battle tonight. Back and forth. Air Academy winning game 1, 25-17. Winning game 2, 25-23. In a game that saw 10 ties, all the way to a tie at 23 apiece before Air Academy got the last 2 points for the victory. But here Coronado has fought through 5 ties, and they've run off 3 straight since we were tied at 12. And now 4 as that one has enough spin on it, catches Jesse Ransom just a little bit incorrectly and spins off into the bleachers on the far side. McMillan with the serve for Coronado. Now the rolling back set. That one picked up Ashley Nelson. Pass Nelson in the block and it fall.
Cadet point.
They gave it to the Cadets. It looked like it fell in.
No, it fell out, partner.
Did it?
Yeah.
Trying to see which line on the floor. So now the Cadets serve 13-16. Back set Madison Brown. That one is blocked and out of bounds. Point to the Cougars. So the Cougars have built this little lead, and like my partner said, let's see if they can ride the wave to a victory here and force game 4. Back set and a dink.
Pay that point.
The side corner judge, and now the side official is going to go down to the side.
Interesting.
Coronado's bench questioning that call.
This is interesting. Let's see what the result will be. It's probably going to stay Cadet. Yeah, we'll stay Cadet ball. And now they'll talk to the side ref. Probably just asking her, you sure you saw that clearly? And not sure. Okay, Coach Lash is asking a question, and he seems to be satisfied with the answer, so now we'll go and it'll be Cadet ball.
14 serving 17. Garcia handles it, and they set across the formation to Smith. Cadets pick it up. Back and forth these offenses have gone tonight.
You talk about good net play. Look at this net play. Is that a tip? Yes, it is.
Tipped by the Cadets, point for Coronado. And substitutions for Coronado as Cohen checks back in, as does Coca. (18) serving 14. Spinning the ball on her thumb. It's Alex Cohen. Back set for Pagan. Now they'll front set, and the dink game works once again for Kyra Smith.
Very nice.
Coronado crowd seeing their team out to their biggest lead of the night, 5 points. Coca takes it. 2 Cougars were in the area. Now the back set and into the net by Pagan. 4 hits on the Cadets, and now it's a 6-point advantage. Smart play at the net for the Cadets.
Almost got away with it.
And the center, that one finds it by Ashley Pagan, the sophomore. Cuts the lead to 5, and that will bring substitution as Julie Ward checks into the game for Coronado. Back set for Coca, into the block, reset it again for Coca, and she'll go to the off power. Not really the dink, but went off speed with it when they were expecting fastball.
Right.
Substitutions for Dawn Lash. 21-15, Coronado trying to survive here and force a game 4. They're within 4 points of doing it.
And not only does she change the direction, the speed, Barry, the direction. Location is also important.
Cadets try to set the center, can't do it. Now a back set coming and into the momentum and wheelhouse of Annie McMillan, and the junior puts it home.
Those Cougars are fired up.
22-15 Coronado.
Cougars are fired up now, Barry. They're smelling it now.
They have scored 8 of the last 11 points. Lead by 7. This blast is a little bit long. They set Lauren Petty on the near side. Chapel Carter, the junior, on to do the serving.
We're at game point for the Cougars there.
4 straight for the Cougars, and they finally got that 4-point run they needed. They gave it right back with the 4-point run. But they've pieced together a 3 and another 4, and now another 3 and 4 to extend this lead out to 9. And we are playing game point here in game number 3. Cadets set up the power game on the left-hand side, and it is Lauren Petty, the sophomore, making it happen.
Cadets said not yet.
Petty knows a little bit about playing net sports. She is a tennis player. Another one of the lady cadets that is involved in the DECA program. Push to the far side and the block. On the hit by McMillan, into the net. McMillan digs it out, but it'll be point to the Cadets on the double hit. Pagan steps back to serve for Air Academy.
There it is.
And no need to go up for the block by McMillan as it fell short for Air Academy. And Coronado wins game 3 impressively by the score of 25-17, matching or reversing the score that we saw Air Academy win by in game number 1. Now we will switch ends once again and get ready for game 4 here on the District 11 channel. Barry Reed, Walter Johnson bringing you the action. There you see a very jubilant Coronado bench.
Cougar said, we're not quite ready to go home yet. We got a little more time, we got a little more action here in this gym. But we'll go to a game 4. And it'll be interesting to see if that game that was just played by the Cadets was a breather, seeing that they thought they had some breathing room with the 2-0 lead, or if Coronado kind of got their feet under them and now they're ready to come back and win these next 2 games to capture this thing 3-2 as opposed to letting the Cadets walk out of the gym with a win. The biggest thing to look for early here is how will the Cadets respond to what was really a dominant performance by the Cougars in game 3, game 2, excuse me, 3, yes. A dominant performance by the Cougars, actually. How are they going to respond? Will they try to respond early and get momentum back on their side, or have the Cougars taken old Mo and turned that back toward the Coronado side? So it'll be interesting to see how this the first couple of minutes of this quarter plays out.
And there you see some of the student section here at Coronado High School, sticking around, being entertained, and very happy that their team was able to win one and get the ship righted, as it were.
There you go. There you go.
So a lot of good things, as we said, happening up here at Coronado. The football team undefeated at 3-0.
Isn't that nice?
Volleyball team 5-1.
Isn't that
and
great?
as a district, we are 5-5 because we have undefeated Doherty at 2-0.
Yeah.
We have undefeated Coronado at 3-0. And then we've got Mitchell Marauders at 0-3. We've got Mitchell tomorrow against the Classical Academy, looking for win number 1. And we got a chance to speak with Jamal Williams, the tailback for Mitchell, and get his thoughts on his surprise change of positions as he started. He practiced all summer at wide receiver, and then with one simple move out, he becomes the tailback, and another fine performance, over 350 yards in the 2 games that he has been back at the tailback position.
Yeah, he's real upset about that move, isn't he?
But then we have the Palmer Terriers struggling at 0-2, looking for their first win of the season for head coach Justin Rich.
Saw some good signs Friday, though, from those Terriers, Barry. They fought, they played hard, and I think you're seeing some good signs from them.
And talking with people around about the Doherty Spartans, these are not fluke wins for the Spartans. They are for real. They're putting some things together.
Well, you saw it at the end of last year as the Cadets get the first point of the
Coronado into the net.
Game. You saw it last year if you paid attention to what the Spartans were doing last year, Barry. And I know I had a chance to talk to Chris Knoll on a couple of occasions, and he was very pleased with what the progress he was seeing last year. So I don't think he's surprised at all. He or that Doherty coaching staff are surprised at all by what's going on down there.
Quick set to the center. And the hit by Ashley Pagan is going to tie up Julie Ward in the back quadrant. And the Cadets out 2-0 here in game number 4. You just heard one of those cell phone sirens go off again. The area is under a flash flood warning until 11:30. If you're home watching our broadcast, we hope your family is safe and not in need of travel. And a little bit of a mishit. Ashley Nelson, the senior, coming up. Leaves it a little bit of short. So now Garcia will check in for Coronado. Step back behind the line. Thoughts and prayers with those that live in the area where the heavy flooding is. Indeed. With all this heavy rain.
Indeed. Especially in the burn area, bro.
And 4 hits on Coronado. So point to the Cadets. It's kind of a running joke about sure could use the moisture. Well, this summer has been the counter to that.
Indeed. At
least in the last month and a half. Quick setup for Morey, and she powers it a little bit too strong.
I thought it's been a pretty good year for it, Barry. We haven't had it been as near as dry as we've been the last 5 years or so.
Back set in the dink game.
And they're going to give that one to the Cougars, I believe.
They called 4 hits on Air Academy. Going on to serve for Coronado, and it's an unforced service error. Cadets will serve 5-2. Cohen, usually a pretty good server, 96%. 4 aces in 51 tries coming in tonight, only 2 errors. Set to Coca, the block is out of bounds, point to the Cougars. Chapel Carter off the bench. Brittany Lazar getting a seat. Back set to the far side. Dug out nicely by Ward after the block.
Oh, she's in the net.
Under the net for the Cougars.
Well, the first part of my question has been answered by Air Academy has come out and they've regained some of that momentum that they lost in that last game.
There seems to be a little bit of fire. This one just lobbed across. Now the back set and the block. The block falls. It is Paige Coca. Paige Coca makes it 6-4, getting up with the block.
And she looks like she's been there once or twice before, Barry. She doesn't get too excited about those because she knows she has the potential to make those kind of plays. There's another block attempt. But this time the Cadets will get the point.
It powers through Coca. Paige Coca with 1 block and 1 assist. And no blocking errors coming into the action tonight. So adding to her totals. Set Madison Brown, and Brown powers it a little bit too strong.
Right church, wrong pew on that one, partly because he put it in the right area, just didn't get it inside the line.
Cadets now by 4, 8 serving 4.
Oh, nice save.
Dug out of the net by the Cadets, kept alive. Good reaction there by Pingle to keep it alive again after. There's Brown and dug out and hitting the floor. Ashley Nelson with a big swing to dig it out of the net. But then none of her Cadet teammates able to back her up, so point comes over to Coronado. Coronado's putting up a bunch of straight line single digits. They need to run off a big crooked number, as they say on the scoreboards for baseball.
I think they got away with one on that last one, though.
Back nice. Wheel set. And Ashley Nelson, the senior, putting it down. Ashley Nelson, a soccer player, National Honor Society.
Like that.
And if you notice us mentioning National Honor Society and high GPAs to our student athletes out there, oh, and a great deke. Air Academy able to get back to it. Brown from deep in the front court. Now this blast into the net by Coronado. Point to Air Academy. Makes it 10 to 5. Back-to-back points for Air Academy.
I think one more point.
But to the point for young student athletes, be active in multiple things and not just your athletics. And double hit is the call against McMillan as she was trying to get a quick one put across. Good thought, just unable to simultaneously have it hit the hands. The set for Ashley Nelson and the point. Air Academy opens it up to a 7-point lead here in game number 4.
A little bit of danger time here, I think, partner. One more point, we might see a timeout by the Cougars.
And Brown is blocked. And the block falls. Ashley Nelson getting on top of it. My partner is absolutely right. Don Lash wants to talk about it. It's 5 straight for Air Academy, and they lead by 8, 13-5.
And the thing about that, partner, is not so much the fact that the score is 13-5. You get a feel for how a game is going as a coach. You sit there and you kind of, your team could be down by 5 points, but you get the feeling that it's a good time to let them play. And then you get a feeling sometimes when you get a score like this and you say, you know, it's not so much that it's 13-5, but this is getting away from us a little bit. We need to refocus, regroup a little bit, then come back out and see if we can cut this deficit.
And Air Academy breaks the huddle from around Shelley Small. This Air Academy team, the last 2 years, ousted in the regionals, but a 19-6 season with a 5-2 record in 2012 within the league. They were 13-8 and 8-2 in 2011. Dug out by Ward after the hit by Pingle. That one tied up Brown a little bit. Quick set and the block. Blocked by Nelson.
Wow.
Nelson and Pingle teaming on the block. 9-point advantage for Air Academy here.
Yeah,
now the Cadets playing with a little bit of fire. Kuzara with the serve. And into the net by Maury. I actually thought that one, the follow through by Ashley Nelson of the Cadets was into the net as well, but into the net first were the Cougars.
Yeah, McMillan and Maury both got into that net first, partner.
And the 7-point run has extended the lead to 10, the first double-digit lead for either team tonight.
Oh, nice shot.
And the Cougars stem the tide. Substitution. Checking in is Lazar, checking out is Chapel Carter.
I'll put that there. Right where she needed to.
Both of these squads on the young side playing extremely well. And the set and kill for Brittany Lazar from the right side of the formation.
Well, here come the Cougars.
2 straight cuts the lead back to single digits, back to 8. And a back set in the block.
Maury.
Madison Brown's ankle feels pretty good now as she's hopping all around. She and Maury get in on the block and combine.
Yeah, you're right about that.
3 straight for the Cougars. Can they come back from 10 down?
Well, there's 4 of them.
Momentum is taking a slight shift to the Cougars. Quick center set through the block and down for the Cadets. What a weapon Ashley Nelson is.
Oh my. She is every bit as impressive around that net as Maury has been for the Cougars tonight, Barry. She is an outstanding athlete.
We don't have the heights on the Academy girls, but
I think
Nelson has got to be running 6'1", 6'2".
I think more 6'1", partner. She doesn't look as tall as Moray. She might be 6.5. I think
it might be 6.5.
Moray's a little tall, and she's at 6'1", so Cougars got another point too, by the way.
17 serving, 9. Cadets with the serve, Bryce Schwartz. Sophomore running this offense for the Cadets. And through the block and out of bounds. Point to the Cadets.
Coach Lash
9-18, and Don Lash takes timeout number 2 here in game number 4 as his team trails by 9. It's a chance to let us remind you that if you'd like to own a copy of this or any of the exciting action we bring you here on the District 11 channel, 3 ways to do it. Looking into the Coronado Huddle. By email at channel16@d11.org. By phone at 520-2269. Or you can order on the web at d11.org. In the quick link section at the bottom of the page, you'll see D11 on TV, channel 16. Click on that link, and then on the upper left-hand side, you will see the order form. And that is the exact way you get to the streaming button as we stream the schedule on d11.org. And if it's on the TV side on channel 16, it will be streamed simultaneously. Right below the streaming button is the schedules button, so if you don't know when you can get it as Coronado gets a point to fall, you can always click on the schedules button and look through the PDF and see just when we're going to rerun any of our productions. So the point for Lasar, 5'8" senior. Had 25 kills coming in on 54 attempts. Run the wheel play for Nelson again, do the Cadets. Dug out nicely by Pingle. And then the hit down, unable to be dug out by McMillan. Gabby Jones now back in to serve. Jones, a 92% server, and in that first game win by the Cadets, she served a couple of three-point winners. This one ricochets off of the Cadets and out of bounds. So this time her serving run gets cut a little bit short. But Gabby Jones, the libero, handles the most. She's received 120 serves coming in to tonight's action for the Cadets and committed only 10 errors.
Oh, my.
Perfect back set for Pagan, and the sophomore puts it home with authority. Lead to 9, 20-11.
That's one of those where power was necessary, and she sure supplied enough of it on that one.
Bingle with the serve. She'll serve from the left side of the service area. Now back set. High up into the rafters, but playable. Coronado gets it over deep in the corner. And a double attack dug out nicely by Garcia. And into and behind the Cadet bench. It'll be out of bounds, point to the Cougars. So good hustle there. And a good lob by Lasar.
Yeah, return rolled off her thumb before she had a chance to direct it forward, Barry.
Lasar getting congratulated by the coach as she'll take a seat on the end of the bench. Back into the game, Alexia Mori. Garcia with a big dig off the wrist of Pagan. Now the front set quick. So many weapons. Malia Miller making her presence known. She was big in game 1 and game 2.
The Cougars have a lot of weapons too, Barry, but the Cadets have gotten a lot of those breaks that the Cougars haven't been able to get tonight. You can see that both these teams are going to be contenders. But as Coach Lash was telling us, these Cadets, they're a little special.
And the block by Coca teaming up with McMillan. 22-12. And this one through the block all alone was Malia Miller. And just enough spin to where it ricocheted off and fell for the Cougars.
She could have just tapped that one back. She was so wide all alone. But sometimes your hands get ahead of yourself.
And point carry called on Miller as she made the attack. So the Cougars channeling the band Sticks, not dead yet. Served by Kyra Miller. Quick set on the near side intended for Miller. Now Brown. Back to the other side and in from Lauren Petty. Hitting off of that left side. And the Cadettes up 23-14 here in game number 4. Looking for a very impressive win against the Coronado squad that has been to the Final Four the last 2 years.
Coach
there are new players on this squad, just 5 returning from those teams the last 2 years.
Yeah, Coach Lass was quick to point out this is a different team and a entirely different situation than they've had the past 4 years.
Ashley Nelson, the senior, able to put it down, and we have come to match point here. Cadettes by 10, 24-14. And back to serve match point will be Malia Miller. Great hustle by the Cougars to keep that one even alive. Set at the net, the dink.
Nice.
And a nice reach out. Set for Brown on the near side. Into the net. Cadettes able to cook it up. And Brown will send this one off the floor and over in our general direction. Coronado pulls within 9, 15-24. They lost the first game 25-17, the second game 25-23. They won the third game 25-17. And here we are at 25-16 as that hit cross court was a little bit wide.
24-16.
Oh, I said 25, my apologies. Ward will lob it over. Quick set coming. Blocked there by Morey. And they're going to call the carry or the double hit on the backside against Kyra Smith, and that will be the match. 25-16 is our final Air Academy in game number 4. So they take game 1, 25-17. A squeaker in game 2, 25-23. The Cougars answer in game 3, 25-17. And then the Cadettes respond early in game number 4, showing dominance, have a 7-point run to really blow it open and never look back. 25-16 is the score in game number 4. So the Cadettes improved to 6-1 on the year. Coronado falls to 5-2. Now sporting a 2-match losing streak are the Cougars. So the young Cougars and Don Lash back to the drawing board. Plenty of season left. This is a non-conference, non-league matchup.
Yeah.
So plenty of time before the regional tournament starts to mature a little bit and grow. And plenty of time for these Cadettes to, 1, get healthy or healthier, and to 2, continue their youthful improvement as they charge towards the state title. Again, both of them are, kind of looking up and chasing Lewis Palmer and Cheyenne Mountain.
Yeah,
considered the 2 best programs in the 4A.
They'll be fine.
Jada Peacock from Coronado, Elizabeth Lee, Cassidy Bickford, Crimson Bennett, and Mira Alnamar, all from Coronado, our students helping bring this production to you this evening. We hope you enjoyed it. For my partner, Walter Johnson, I am Barry Reed. 3 ways to order coming up at the end of the credits. Have a great night and be safe with the flooding, the flash flood warning until 11:30 this evening. Be safe, everybody. It is the Cadettes over the Cougars tonight, 3-1. Good night.